morning. I stayed at this lovely place here last night. Had a wonderful night's sleep. And this is where I'm gonna go down to, but I'll turn and talk and walk, hopefully. Once again, it is a wet morning. The forecast says just low clouds, and this is definitely low clouds. So I'm hoping that some of this kind of clears up. And if it gets too damp, I do have my rain poncho in my backpack, so I can swap out for that because there's some people there with the rain ponchos on. So let's see what this day has for us, right? Talk to you later. You can see my glass is a little foggy, it's definitely wet. And I swapped out of my rain jacket into my poncho because it was raining. And then later on, it stopped raining. I had to take the poncho off because I was getting more damp on the inside than the outside. But check that view out. Just for context, came down this road, up into this little village here, had a small little chapel, church type thing, came around the corner here. And now we have on the Camino, have probably about 1 kilometer's worth of downhill slope until we probably have to go over there somewhere, I think is my guess. But this is beautiful, and I'm sweating, but I'm not sure if it's because I'm sweating because I'm overly exerting myself. It's because it's just damp. I mean, it's just wet. So I'll catch you folks later. Hey, this is definitely sweat here. So for perspective, I'm over the highway here, but that church way up there is where we started. We worked our way down this road to the bottom, through this little town here. Saw some pilgrims at the cafe. I'm trying to make time here, so walk and talk. So up there where that house is, I think, is where we peak over and we start going downhill again. And so looking at the topographical map, or the elevation change on my GPS track, there's several of these up and down hills today. None of them are overly high. It's just the repetitive nature of them will wear me out as the day goes on. So I'll talk to you folks later. video here. I just came up from the town below, down the hill, then up a slight hill to this road here, covering looks like an old utility track, asphalt. According to the guidebook, this is a medieval track. Oh yeah, you know, having asphalt in the ground, that's really medieval. It's just utility lines buried under the ground, but this is beautiful right here. Little country road here. And there's two options coming out of the town below. One takes you over around those hills there. The other option takes you this way. I chose this option because there's less hills to climb. And from here on out, it's just this nice rolling hills until it rejoins the other path. So I'll talk to you folks later. Hey, just want to show you something. I've been walking on this lovely road for a while, but that's a town that I just came through probably about half an hour ago, maybe more. But they come out through the town, and then you wind up dropping down into this stuff here you can't really see, and it brings you back up to this nice little road right here. So I'm making good time right now. This is pretty much all flat. And luckily, hopefully, fingers crossed, where this intersects the other Camino, there's a restaurant, and I'm hoping it's open because I've had 0 real rest breaks and I haven't had anything to eat since this morning. So a little extra fuel in me would be good for the final push to my destination.